begin, shall we?
Alright, let's get the show on the road. I didn't check my webcam before I started, so I hope it's lined up okay. Oh! It's a little low. Let's do that, and then let's do that, and oh no, I'm in the corner. There we go, all fixed. Alright, hi, hello. I'm here, I'm in frame. Um, yeah, let's start off our 54-hour stream, plus or minus 52 hours, as we always do, with our movie puzzle. Alright, we got an Oscar winner from 1972. We'll come back to that. Coraline? No idea. I have no idea who's in that. I have a feeling when we see who it is, I'm gonna be like, oh, yeah, of course. Alright, A Quiet Place. There's really only 2 actors in it. And, yeah, it's Emily Blunt. Iron Man 3. Alright. Let's go through it one at a time. Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Don Cheadle, Jon Favreau, Guy Pearce. None of those names fit. Rebecca Hall doesn't fit. Shit, who played the Mandarin? Ben Kingsley. Okay, that doesn't fit. I got it right at the same time you did. Okay, that doesn't fit either. Damn. Who else would have been in that movie? Was it like a cameo? Might have been. Yeah, I do not know. It's funny, Jenna Ortega was actually in Iron Man 3. But she was like 12, and she played the granddaughter of the vice president at the time. Weird scene stuff like that. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. Paul Bettany is Jarvis. Thank you, Major. Alright, so I'm guessing we have... Actually, I don't know. Maybe Billy? But it's not Bob Thornton. So, I don't know. Okay. For her, we got Joaquin Phoenix. Is it Rooney Mara? No. It's not Scarlett Johansson. Amy Ryan, I think, was in it. No, Amy Adams. No? I don't remember. Alright, we got a double L in the first name at least. We got something to work on. Alright, Toy Story 4. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen. Keanu Reeves was in it. Michael Keaton. No, Michael Keaton was in 3. Oof. I don't remember. We'll come back to it. Oscar winner in 2017. Guessing just by a letter of numbers, it's going to be Mahershala Ali. think it's M-E. Oh, Bonnie Hunt. They do like using her. Alright, Unbreakable 2000. Bruce Willis. Another Toy Story 4. Tim Allen, Tom Hanks, Bonnie Hunt, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, we'll come back to it. This might be A. It's either A or E, I don't remember. Joan Cusack, yeah. She played Jessie. Let's see, we got Avengers Infinity War. So it could be like anyone. And Ant-Man. C-U-S-A. Oh, okay. Okay, it's not Michael Douglas. I don't think it's Evangeline Lilly. Not Michael Pena. Not Paul Rudd. Not Corey Stoll. Huh. Alright. Avengers Infinity War. So it's not Scarlett Johansson. It's not Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, not Chris Hemsworth. The problem with movies like that is there's just so many people to run through. Okay. Okay, it's not Evangeline Lilly. Dang, I don't know. So we got a double L in the first name. Guessing it's gonna be something like Billy, but then I don't know what actor would be named Billy. I feel like it. Keep going back and forth if it's Mahershala or Mahershala. Bruce Willis, I'm confident about. Toy Story 4, I don't know. Infinity War, there's just too many people to go through. I wonder if it's like... Okay, it's not Jeremy Renner. M-A-H-E-R-S-H-A-L. Oh, yeah, got it right. GG's team. And then Ant-Man. Rad! Hi, hello, how are you? We're struggling on our puzzle today. We got a minute and a half left. We got a double L. Well, there's an extra letter after the double L. Oh, is this one Halle Bailey? We've had this one before. That was close. So we've had this one before. Wow. But obviously did not remember it. Alright, so we had Gene Hackman for the Oscar winner. Dakota Fanning for Coraline. Alright. Her, Kristen Wiig? Sure. Okay. Okay, it was Robin Wright for Unbreakable, not Bruce Willis. Even though at that time she would have been probably would have been credited as Robin Wright Penn, even though she dropped the pen. Bill Hader. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying now, Major. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. If you had $1 for every time we've done this one before, you'd have $1, Rad. Letitia Wright for Infinity War, and Anthony Mackie for Ant-Man, who was in it for literally like one sequence, so that's why those movies are very tough when they show up in the puzzles. Whew, we got that one by the skin of our teeth. Because we have had that one before, let's fill in the grid, just for the fun of it. Maybe fun. Alright, so I feel like Passengers is going to be the much easier one to get through. Avengers Infinity War. Chris Pratt. Passengers is very easy when it comes up on stuff like that, because there's like literally 2 actors in it. And then I think Michael Sheen did a voice in it, yeah. But that's yeah. There's 2 actors, and then there are some voice actors in it. For the majority of the movie, it's just Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. And then Jennifer Lawrence has won an Oscar, so we can use her there. And Avengers Infinity War, we can go Robert Downey Jr., even though he won it after he was in Avengers Infinity War. Still counts. So this one was too easy. We need another. I don't believe so. I think Oppenheimer was his first Oscar major. But I could be wrong, so we will check. Yeah, won 1 Oscar. He might have been nominated for it. Yeah, he was nominated for Best Actor in a Leading Role for Chaplin, but he did not win. And Best Supporting Actor for Tropic Thunder, but of course that year he lost to Heath Ledger. Correctly so. Yeah, and then he did win Supporting Actor for Oppenheimer. Alright, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. So I know, let's see, Frances McDermott was in it. I don't think she was in any of these. Woody Harrelson was in 3 Billboards and The Hunger Games. Tropic Thunder is literally a masterclass in cinema. Yes. It is quite good. Who else was in 3 Billboards? Frank Langella. Frank Langella hasn't won an Oscar? What? What? Sam Rockwell. For this one? I'm guessing? Yeah. I don't believe has he won an Oscar? Oh, sorry. You, sorry. I, 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 I missed your message. Also, Naughty Dog, hi, hello, welcome in. Mariners, hi, hello, welcome in. Um, so your name on my screen and Rad's are the same color and like the same length, and so my brain was just like, that's the same. And so, yeah, I did not understand the context of the message, but hi, hello, welcome in. Yes, I saw your message. Still kind of ignoring it. You won for 3 Billboard. Okay. Yeah, that's right. You are correct. Um, yes, you all look the same. That's what happened. Unit is holding me hostage Friday. Ooh. Ah, Mariners losing the streaks. You gotta start all over again. All right, Major. Yeah, go get some rest. Be nice and well rested. Take care of yourself, and I hope you feel better tomorrow. And yeah, you're gonna do amazing. Also, oh, I am very jealous of the enchiladas. I saw the pictures. They looked amazing. All right, who was in 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, and Avengers: Infinity War? So I don't think it was Sam Rockwell, because he's in the MCU, but I don't think he actually showed up. Oh, okay, that's not for me. I'm gonna guess it anyway. Okay. We have 6 more guesses, so we're all right. Might need to just look this one up. Here's a clue. Peter. So that would mean Tom Holland or Chris Pratt? Oh, Peter Dinklage. I was thinking you were saying the character. I was like, there's a couple characters named Peter in Infinity War. Okay, yeah, I forgot about Peter Dinklage. Man, he has not been in stuff lately. Like during Game of Thrones, he was just popping up everywhere. Alright, we got there though. Alright, we can close that. Can close that.
Hey, Peter
Rad.
Parker. You got something for me?
Thank you, Rad. Thank you for gifting a sub to Yoon. He was on the movie where the thief lives in the back room of the Walmart. Oh, Roofman with Channing Tatum. I've been meaning to watch that. It wasn't that good? That stinks. Because it was directed by Derek Cianfrance, who's done some really good stuff. Um, yeah, it just seemed like an odd choice for him based on his previous work, but I don't know. I don't know. Rom-com isn't your thing? Fair enough. Okay, let's go through previously. While things are moving around on me. Um, Previously, we had Margaret and Ellie talking about Letitia and Serafina who stopped by. Rom-coms are the worst. Well, I think the biggest issue with rom-coms, especially more recent ones, is they've just so formulaic. They always do the thing, but wait, I can explain, but then they don't explain. Yeah. Um, One of the film review podcasts that I listen to, um, one of the hosts on it is like, if they could have solved it with a post-it note, I don't buy it. I'm like, all right, that's fair enough. So he has like a post-it note rule. If uh, something in the movie could be solved by a post-it note, he considers it a plot hole. People We Meet on Vacation was good. I think you've said that before. I have not seen that. Yeah. It's a Netflix thing. See Obsession if you haven't. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Obsession. I might need to watch that one once it comes to streaming. Um, then we move ahead with Margaret and Nayeli after that, and Margaret revealing she's a witch, and she doesn't age, and the issue that could be, but Nayeli says it's not a problem. We're sticking together. And then we kind of move into this jumping ahead portion. Ah. Obsession centers prove the working class theater kids are masters of storytelling, not the Nepo babies. um. Oh, I want to fix that. I need to put some notes. Um. So I was thinking about one of the issues I have um, with Emiko and Margaret. No, Emiko and Helene, not Margaret. It's in theaters for fantasy. Oh, okay. Before Helene leaves for Las Vegas, Emiko has to break up with her. So I was just thinking ahead last time because we're going to have a bunch of the witches be captured alongside Helene. And if they're all freed at the end and she was with Emiko before then then why would she not go back with Emiko after? So I feel like Emiko has to be like, you go, if you leave, that's it, we're done. So, yeah, we just need them to not possibly be together when we get to the end, because it could just bring up some questions of, wait a sec, is she just ditching her now? And then, um, in the scene, 132. Nellie brings a cooked dish to the table. Rather than them just starting as eating, she brings over the dish, and that gets into how how spells are cast and created. Canada's why is currently so warm. Like, British people are not built for the heat. Yeah. Chasing was saying that on Sunday stream. So I'm guessing it still hasn't cooled down out there. Which is surprising because out by me, it has very much cooled down. We've been in the 60s, 70s last couple days, so been nice. Even though I haven't really gone outside that much, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So those are the two notes I wanted to make for myself once we get into editing, because they're issues that I can see are coming, and we'll plan on resolving them. Read an article years ago about the Brits passing out the hottest summer ever when it was like 73. Why are they breaking up? Does Helene chew with her mouth open or fart? No, Rad. I think what it's going to be is Emiko doesn't feel like Helene ever was fully in on the relationship. And when she goes to leave, Inset tells Emiko she can't come with her. That's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. She's French. Ah. Views expressed by chat do not necessarily reflect those of the streamer. Alright, so we're in this kind of back and forth between seeing what Margaret's up to and what Helene is up to as time progresses, while also showing in the background the hunters' plan progressing in their machine. So, it's kind of like an extended montage is how I'm thinking about it. So previously with Margaret and Naeli, they had the conversation about how spells work. That's something we wanted to convey, and this was kind of a good place as any to insert that. And then Helene seeing a bunch of other Dianic witches being brought in that had been captured. Gotta get the kids to bed. BRB. Alright, Rad. Have fun. Hopefully the kids go to bed with ease. Okay, so that's whatever. Alright, so back with Margaret and Naeli, we have to show Naeli starting to age, but Margaret does not. So my first initial thought would be to have something like Nellie trying to do something working on the ranch, but because she's aging, she's no longer able to like physically do it. I don't feel like I don't know if that is too cliche though. Because I feel like that's it's probably been uh, overused by like the Superman mythos with like Pa Kent working on the farm. Wait, where? Huh? What am I waiting for, Mariners? 54-hour stream? Yes. Did you read the full title? Oh, I read. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a bit margin of error in the amount of time we're going to be streaming. Cue the film. I have never seen that movie. I've seen like a lot of memes and stuff from it, but no interest in ever seeing that movie. No thanks. I'm good. So, is there another way we can show Nelly's aging? I know we are not slandering the Wayans brothers. They showed us that in school one time? Yeah, Major Payne I watched a lot growing up. Just make her a calving assistant. It's not a year-round job. She can just not be up for it 1 year. Oh. So, kind of building on that. That's getting the wheels turning at least. Otherwise, don't think the idea is too cliche. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is maybe her family has a ranch that she goes to help out with every year before winter or something. But she's not going to this year because she's getting too old and her, like, let's say sister's kids are finally old enough to help out. So something like that. Cannon! Hi, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Start of the week. I don't know, it's been a holiday weekend in the States, so we need more holiday weekends. If you financially recovered from the cheeseburger. Alright. Think I have kind of an idea. 40 minutes into stream it, I'm just now ready to write. Alright. Interior bedroom. Margaret Ranch. Morning. ING. Well, summer ranches rotate cowbirds depending on all kinds of factors, so it makes sense. Yeah, it would definitely make sense. Um, It just feels like that's something that might take extra explaining. Okay. Alright, so if we say Nayeli's like 30 in the mid 60s, we'll just jump ahead to the 90. Yeah, we'll just say, what? Okay, she's 60. Yeah, of course, Canon. I like hanging out in your stream the other night. Uh, can I do a Scouse accent yet? No. Wrong stream, Mariners. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna have to find a different word for gestation if I do that. Yeah, I mean, just the idea of something she would go do every year, but she's no longer feeling up to it, I think is enough. Just because one of the characters is from there. I mean, Margaret's from England, but she's lived in America for the last 250 plus years. No, no one needs to see me jump in and act. James Corden. Hmm. Hey, progress is progress. Mariners and his deep, deep hate of cheese. Never understand it. We'll convert him. You can try. Haven't come. Ew. Can it? That is true. Cheese does not go with fish and chips. Depends on the cheese. No. Not the Mickey D's filet of fish. Mozzarella, fish sticks, and cheese fries goes. Okay. What's the thing? Okay, I have the chips. Oh, poutine. Why does that sound... Poutine, that's the one. I'm from Texas. Equal parts cultured and classless. Nice. Pro tip, best thing to deep fry cheese curd. Oh, to dip fried cheese curds in is caramel. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, like the salty and sweet, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Tastes like a donut? Interesting. I think he means just like sweet caramel sauce. Gooey ass caramel. Uh, 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 uh. You can threaten to shave your pets. Only the tail. What the? That's a. That's a unique threat. It's not Desolation Fork, but another idea I've been working on for a year. Okay, nice. arguably a lesser threat, potentially more humiliating. Potentially. But I feel like it's more humiliating for the pets. Yeah, it depends on who you ask. NEPHEWS. Yeah, titles are always tough. Either I come up with one really quick, or like I push it off as long as possible. The title doesn't come to me within 30 seconds. I have to dig real hard. Yeah. Soba! Hi, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? The winter haze of the mozzarella. 50 writing stuff and parallelly handling it. Trying to. Sometimes I write the title, it comes to me, but if not, just gonna be a yep. Admittedly, I usually cheat with titles and try to just like pull from something else. A lot of my titles are also like song titles or inspired by song titles. So that's usually where I pull most of mine from. Did you guys see the video of the paraglider in Austria? No. Desolation 4 is literally the town my screenplay takes place in. The other one is titled Hallowed Ground because I'm a hack. My name was... Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. That sounds familiar.
I like this one.
Hi, hello, welcome in. Thank you for following. Dumont? Is that it? Let me know if I'm saying it right or if you want to be called something else. But, hi, welcome. How are you? Small plane float. What? Yeah, that is terrifying. Usually write a title, later discover it's been used. Yeah. Yeah, that also happens. Oh, the Coca... Okay, yeah. Seen video of angry little painter from Austria. God, why can I not fucking... There we go. Yeah, Major had to go get some rest. She's not feeling great, and she has to be up early tomorrow, so she is taking care of herself like she should. And that leaves me to try to be in charge of chat, which not good for anyone. Coca Cabana, I had to fact check myself. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that song before, it's just not one that I listened to enough to know off the top of my head. Working splendidly. Glad you think so, Sofa. Better with song than actors in movies. Whenever you pull up the puzzle, you're like a cinema. Yeah, it's movies for me. I think it's also just because, well, one, I have a kind of obsessive, not personality, I guess, tendency. So when like I get into or I find something interesting, I like to know as much as I can about it. And then the other part is the music I listen to is very specific and not very popular. So most of the music references that I would have, like, most people would probably not get. Got this from a hype train, and it might be my new favorite. Yeah, I don't know what that emote is, Mariners, but glad you enjoy it. Your tendency? That's foreboding. Uh-oh. Oh. It... Ooh. Okay, we're fine. Sorry, the clicking did not click when I wanted it to. Alright. We're down to our last two parts of the montage-ish thing. What'd you make of the World Cup squad 50? Nothing. I made nothing because I have no idea who's even on the squad. Yeah, I'm a serious writer, guys. Come on. Interior. Oh, cell, not cage. Cell, yeah. Night. Consider the pot stirred. Rebecca, hi, hello. How are you doing? The writing is going. Took a little bit to get started, but we're moving. Soccer, I don't even know exactly. Alaska? What? I have no idea what's happening. Chat, be good. I'll ask her, Alaska. Okay. I need to lean. Works better with the UK accent. Yeah, that might be true. Mariners makes my brain hurt. Yeah. Mariners is like, mission accomplished. Okay, how to... first... One of my friends, they told me I'd give ibuprofen to a migraine. uh... Only Twitch had accents. You gotta hear like Mariners. Yeah, as the author intended. Today's the first day in a long time I haven't woken up with my... That does sound nice, to not have a migraine. What's a better word for large group? Large group, not large group. Gaggle. Crowd, horde, mob, throng, swarm, host, flock, mass. Congress, congregation. Hey, Rad's back. Welcome back, Rad. I think I might flip it around and use the verb form of it. So say like hunters congregating. The machine. Ark Survival. Yeah, I've never played it either. I've seen other people play it. Does not look like my kind of thing. Do have about 160 days in Stellaris, though. I do not know that game. I have been playing Hogwarts Legacy like non-stop this holiday weekend, and it's been great. Don't get me started on the new Marvel season. Like, every time I see a new news story about Rivals, I'm just like shaking my head like I feel like they're trying to kill the game. Hogwarts Legacy was alright, needed a wife to explain half the shit going on. Yeah, it does. The more you know about the Harry Potter universe, I think the more you get out of it, but I still think it stands pretty well on its own. Mechanoids are expected to will always kick butt in any galaxy. needed online in Quidditch. Yeah, I was surprised there was no Quidditch. There was the flying on the broom was pretty good. Is pretty good so far. So I'm curious if like they just couldn't get Quidditch working quite right, so they just scrapped it or what. But yeah, I hope they're making a second game. I'm also kind of happy that you don't have to be online to play the game, because I was playing earlier and my internet like crapped itself, so I was like, oh no, it's gonna crash the game. Oh wait, this isn't an online game. I'm okay. Yeah, there was a standalone Quidditch game. They need to Quidditch like 2K games and release a new one every year. I remember seeing the Quidditch game. Didn't play it, but they kind of have to add it to Hogwarts Legacy too. Yeah, I think so. No. Okay. Is there a game even worth making if you can't make a new one every year with only subtle changes and fill with micro? Yeah, we're not starting into that, Mariners. Did I miss what the time machine does? Oh, what the machine does. No. So it's kind of in the outline, but we haven't explained it in the text so far. But right now, all you need to know is the hunters are building a machine and they're about to test the machine. And it'll come into play in the climax of El movie. But before we get to that, I'm going to take a quick break because we're a little over an hour in, and that means it's break time. Alright, I'm disappearing. I'm putting up words on stream for y'all, for whoever would like to play. It'll show letters on the screen. You type words into chat with the letters, and it's a game. All right. Be good. I'll be right back. 3, 2, 1, go. GG's team. Perfect. Naughty Dog with the carry. Rebecca, Rad, Cannon. I helped. Mariners also helped. Yeah, we were there for moral support. New personal high score, 9 points. Mariners is the mascot. Hi, I have returned. All right. Now let's see if I can do some writing. Yes. No. You won. Chat was perfect. I do not hate chat. We just trying to do some writing on the reading and writing stream that we were doing. Yes, chat, you are doing amazing. Mariners. I do no such thing. I go and wash my hands and then I refill my drink. That is what I do. And then I return. After he poops. No. It's way too dedicated to actually doing the writing thing. Sigh. It's like he actually wants to finish the thing instead of just in the misery of 10 million years of passing without lies. One time you left your camera on, I saw you RKO us off the banister. Then you gotta hop straight on phone page after stream. This is why we can't have nice things. No. I appreciate you all. I like putting up games so y'all can play, but we want to do some writing. So, yeah. Chat's gonna make Fiddy toss his computer into the wood chipper. Nah. Put up the game so we can play, then you go, no game for you. Like a, can you write the next screenplay in a typewriter? No, oh, no. I am not good enough of a typist to trust myself trying to write something on a typewriter. And toss a wood chipper off. That's good. Curious, clean watches, Serafina cell. Placed. Serafina cell. Curious Lean watches, Serafina cell. No, that. Why does that look weird? It shouldn't be past tense. Why does it seem like it's... Serafina cell. Look at when film school at a time when they still taught us how to edit 16 millimeter on a Steenbeck flatbed. I don't wish old tech on anyone. Yeah, digital editing is way easier, but it's also why there are so many edits in every fucking movie, because they can. And it's so much easier to shift it. One frame this way, one frame that way. There's a typewriter, mechanical keyboard. It's like $500. It's beautiful. Yeah, that is. Unless I had like throwaway money, even then I don't even know. Wonder when they do away with paper-based exams entirely. They should. There's a plugin you can use to make keyboard sounds come through amplified on stream. Worth the setup, unlikely, satisfying, yes. But then you all could hear when I type stuff. Secondary review, perfect resource for character design reference for my setting is Miami Vice. We type things here? We try to. We've made it through like 1.5 scenes, so we're trying. That means I get to justify binging the whole show for inspiration legally. I don't know why people like the mechanical keyboard so much. Drives me nuts. Nice, quiet keyboard, soft touch. Just don't make your joints hurt. Also fair. What's another word for placed? Locale. No, not place. Placed. Sat atop of while slanted. No worries. I don't know why that... I think the ED is on place to throw me off because it makes it seem past tense when it's not, it's present. Seraphina's cell is placed onto the machine. I don't know. Well, I never learned to read, so I just smashed my keyboard. Every conversation I type just been a very fortunate string of random keys. This one included. Yeah, that would be a superpower. Could you describe her as embellishing the machine? No. I think of embellishing as like with language or like an embellishment with like decorating something up, making it more fancy, if that makes sense. Daniel Radcliffe would definitely play the main character. Yeah, he has had an interesting career post Harry Potter, hasn't he? Embellishing is adding additional decoratives that aren't necessary. Yeah, that's kind of how I think about it. Well, return implies that she was there prior when she wasn't. So I think I'm just going to leave it as placed for now and move on. Maybe when we go through edits, something else will click and... probably made it easier if I could take any role. Oh, yeah, regardless of pay, and it won't affect it. Yeah. Swiss Army Man was weird. What would they connect from the machine to her cell? Like wires? What's another wires? Things that get connected. Cables. Cables, maybe. Yeah, I think cables. The hunters connect cables from Seraphina from the machine. Yeah. Screenplay would just have to be in Japanese for tentacles. Yeah. One word I found that I use a lot, especially in more like sci-fi stuff, and just like when I can't think of a better way to describe stuff, is tendrils. And that all goes back to Venom from Spider-Man. I was like using that word to describe like creepy stuff moving around. Chapter 22 finally edited. Much work left to be done, but that'll be past 2. Bedtime now. Well done. Glad you're able to get some extra work done. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, stopping by, lurking while you work. I do that in your stream quite often. Yeah, but I will see you in your stream tomorrow. Preparing to punch the TV to death with Stranger Things subtitles use the word squelches one more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course, Ian. Well, looking forward to the beta reads this Friday, and then I am up next Friday. But yeah, go get some sleep, get some rest. Hopefully, work isn't too brutal for you tomorrow, because I have a feeling tomorrow's gonna suck for me. I like sleeping in. Sleep is so nice. I don't like having to go to the office, because it just takes an extra hour out of sleeping. Gonna make sure to be there for both you guys' beta reads. Oh, this week's been great? Nice. I'm glad. Yeah, Mariners, because of our time zone difference, I always have to take like the last time slot, so I know that's tough for you to stay awake till, so. Working on getting my peoples together. Nice. Can always watch the VOD. Yeah. Yeah, there is always that. But then you don't get to make comments in chat in real time. No, don't watch the VOD. You gotta watch it live, or it doesn't count. Is that better? I can say it now. I don't care about 90% of the comments. It's also not what I meant. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna go back to trying to write. Chat, you do your thing. It's all good. Trallian, hi, hello. Hope you're having a good week. Thanks for stopping by and lurking. Oh, you like the shirt? Yeah, I had to go with a Captain Marvel shirt for the 54th stream. You get to hear me complain about how I started screenplay. Dreams week now. Want to quit writing altogether. It's how it always goes. Oh, stream 54, that's why it says 54. Yeah. This is our 54th stream of writing this screenplay. And we're still not done with the first draft. Yeah. Yep. I'm glad everything's starting to click into place, Mariners. It's actually rather clever because your name is 54 and it's your 54 stream and you decide to play all the common tactic or do a milestone stream or you adapt it to 50. Thank you. That was my intention. Yes. I have a feeling you were over explaining the joke to undercut it, which is also very fair. It's just most unfortunate. I'm incredibly slow mentally. Nah, I've had that happen plenty of times, so don't feel bad about it. Alright, now I have to think of how do I visually explain what the machine is doing to Serafina in the cell. Okay, so we have cables connected to the cell. Actually, I want to switch those two. Yeah. That depends on what the machine does. Yeah. I kind of can see it in my head. It's just a matter of um, putting that into words. Machine whirls activate within herself, so review braces, heavily and watches, eyes wide. Just vomit out at, yeah. Um, is there a better word? Nevermore. Hi, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Doing well, just been a relaxing day. Nice. Yeah, I've had a fairly relaxing day as well. Um, Tuesday is my remote work day, so it's always my favorite work day. um, and yeah, Monday was a holiday, so I wish we had more holidays because I enjoy not working. And yeah, we are getting some work done. It's been going a little slower than normal, but um, we're pushing through it. We're getting some words on the page, making some progress. So, doing all right. I think I was able to hit my quota today, so now I'm just chilling that. Nice. Yeah, my goal. Think we might be able to get it in the next. We got just under 20 minutes, so usually try to get at least 700 words. 700 is usually kind of the higher end of what I'm able to hit on a stream, so yeah, that is good progress. You got about 1,000. Nice. You wrote novel. Yeah, screenplays are a bit different. We have to be a lot more judicious with our words and try to keep everything as kind of concise and clear as possible. But especially the first drafts, I tend to overwrite, and then editing, I can cut stuff down later. So. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of the shortest part of this. Yeah, I went to school for film, but screenwriting was never my forte. Sad to say. Yeah, it is a unique type of writing. For me, I kind of gravitated towards it just because how into movies I am and how visually my brain works. So I don't know, it just clicked in my head a little easier. Had a friend who was a filmmaker and he could write like a motherfucker. Nice. Do finish 100-page work and like, jeez. Yeah, that is a lot. Andy writes, whoa, Yeah. Yeah. Some screenwriters can just do that. There was one screenwriter, I don't remember who it is. Tyler Sheridan, I want to say, who would he talked about his process for writing, and he was like, I would go take a drive like 10 12 hours, kind of think out the whole thing, and then when I got home I'd write the entire thing in like 4 hours. I'm like, what? That is insane to me. Tried screenwriting and just say less than good. Prefer novels or poems. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's all kind of what clicks with you and what you feel most connected to. Why does that look weird? Oh, because I spelt it wrong, that's why. There's no A. I think if I were to get back in film, I would be a better. Yeah, that is fair. John Hughes did that. He'd write a draft in like 2-3 days, decide if the movie was worth moving forward with off that. Wow. Yeah. Not me. I like to pause, give my brain time to rest, time to think about things, and then come back to it. Because I like to keep people in line on track. Nice. So, we need to have a Nelly is dead scene, and my kind of initial thought is to have it be at a cemetery, but I'm starting to think what I've seen in my head is the most cliche version where like her family is at the service and Margaret stays away. I don't know. That seems very cliche. So I need to think of something else. Get to work, you lazy bums. Exactly. No, yeah, I'm just gonna. We'll skip all that. We'll just have her go to the cemetery. Alright. Is there another time jump? Yes. Have her at the cemetery years after she was buried, if there is. Yeah. Yeah, what I was thinking of this kind of montagey sequence is like jumping 30 years and then jumping another 30 years. Because we start in the 60s and we want to end close to present day. Yeah, we could do that. This would be a good place for a time jump then, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely... Because Helene is in an underground base, we can't really show time progression because things there wouldn't change much. I mean, like, if they're driving in a vehicle or something like that would change, but it'd be very like minor. Whereas like with Margaret and Ellie, they're out in the world, and Naomi can age, so yeah. From what, 60s and 90s Jeep stuff? Yeah, yeah. Is it just headstones? Is that what I'm thinking? I need a last name. Guatemala common last names. I like Morales. We need to decide on a year for the 60s stuff, so, nuclear tests held outside of Las Vegas. Between 1945 and 1973. Oh, okay, yeah, these are kind of all over the place. Nevada test site. 892 nuclear tests were conducted through 1992. Okay, they could be seen from the Las Vegas Strip in the early 1950s. Okay, one notable test shot was the sedan shot of Operation Storax, July 6, 19. Okay. The last atmospheric test detonated on the site was Little Feller 1 of Operation Sunbeam on July 17, 1962. So, we'll say 1930-ish. 1931. To 2017. 2015. Think. Alright. Yeah, I'm probably gonna change a lot. Some of what Margaret says, but I don't know. We needed her to say something, so she said something. That's what editing's for. Exactly. Um. Oh, okay. We're past 7, alright. Alright, we hit 2 hours. Yay! Yeah, we hit 2 hours of our 54-hour plus or minus 52-hour stream. So, this might be where we are going to call it for today. That's where we started. Let's see how we did. 435. So we had, I had a feeling we were gonna have a little slower of a day, but that's all right. We needed to get through this, so we can get into what's gonna be kind of accelerating towards the end in kind of the final act. 106 hours. I mean, that is 54 plus 52, but nah, I do not have another 8 hours of streaming in me. If I was a sleep streamer, maybe, but nah. Alright, let us see who else is streaming. Author Chrissy is streaming, so we can raid over to her unless anyone has other suggestions for someone that they would like to raid. Let's see who else is in reading and writing. Yeah, and if anyone has suggestions, let me know, or else I will just pick someone and we will do the thing. But it's tough because I don't know, can't go like watch any of them to see if their stream is cool. Yeah, we'll just go right over to Author Christy. She's always got cool time. Alright. I'm disappearing. We're raiding. Alright. Setting up the raid. I always forget to do the raid messages. Raid 2. Alright, yeah, the first one's for subscribers, second one is for anyone who just follows. So you can use those if you would like. Yeah, thank you everyone who stopped by, hung out, lurked, chatted, all the stuff, all the things. I appreciate you all. I will be back on Thursday, where we will pick up, and like I said, we're getting into kind of the end game, and hopefully everything's going to be moving along pretty quickly from here on out. So yeah, yeah, just trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I won't be on Yoon's beta reading stream until a week from Friday, so I'll promote that more as it gets a little closer. But yeah, that's all I got. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want. Live your life. I hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you. And see you around.